Whoa. Whoa. This is the interaction between the police and an 18-year-old girl in the state of Indiana. The interaction becomes physical relatively quickly. We're interested in your perspective of whether or not the police acted appropriately. And if you stick around to the end, we'll tell you the outcome, what happened to the police officer, and you can comment on whether or not that was appropriate also. All right. Police officer coming in, lights on. Pulls in slowly, parks kind of odd. Officer gets out, he's calling it out over the radio, probably calling the dispatcher with the plate number. Can't tell, is she not putting her window down?
Why is he opening the door?
Asks her to step out of the vehicle. Right now, we don't know why he has her pulled over at the moment.
I hate getting pulled over. I would be crying. I feel like it's inappropriate to have the door open unless your window is broken. Do we get audio of like them? Oh, okay.
Whoa. Whoa.
What?
That escalated quickly.
What is happening?
Give me your other hand.
So not resisting, handcuff, face down.
Are you allowed to pull someone out of the vehicle like that?
One detained. How old are you?
18.
Good job, you're going to jail.
Oh, good job, you're going to jail.
Refusing to identify.
Can you please grab my things for me?
You're what?
Can you please grab my phone and my license for me?
Yep. Take a seat.
And my keys?
Take a seat. All right, baby. Are you injured in any way? Would you like the medics to check you out? Okay. I'm going to read you your Miranda rights, okay? I have to read these to you since you're in custody, all right? This is your Miranda warning. Before we ask you any questions, you must understand your rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before we ask you any questions and have them with you during questioning. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed to you before any questioning if you wish. If you decide to answer questions now without a lawyer present, you will still have the right to stop answering at any time. You also have the right to stop answering at any time until you talk to your lawyer. Do you understand your rights?
Why is he reading it so fast?
I'm not going to ask you any questions right now. What I am going to tell you is you were pulled over for your speed and your headlight, okay? Your speed was 37 and 30, not that big of a deal, and your headlight was out on your driver's side. Just pulling you over to let you know. If you would have just given me your license and your registration like I asked you to do, you would have gone away with a warning tonight, okay? But however, since you decided to pull this right here, where you don't want to comply, you don't want to give me your ID, and you think you're going to run the scene, you're now going to jail. Do you understand? You were not. How many times did I ask you?
One of the most frustrating things, really as a lawyer, but as a citizen, is the police who run the body camera when they feel like it. I'm very pro body cam. Body cam's fairness. It's fair for both sides. We now know what actually happened here, but we don't know what happened at the car side because the guy didn't turn his body camera on. She does have to give the license and registration based on what the officer's saying right there is she's speeding, and 37 and 30, maybe not a big deal, but still a violation of the law. You have to have headlights. That's the police officer's job, pull people over for traffic violations, and that's exactly what the police officer does. She's saying she's trying to produce it. Here you have, obviously, a young girl. She says she's 18 years old, not very big. What's the appropriate use of force? Some people are going to say that's probably an inappropriate level of force.
For someone who's not providing their license and registration to pull them out of the car like that.
And she says that she was trying to. I mean, you have someone who's not familiar with the police, maybe has never been pulled over before. People get nervous near police officers. And I don't know that all police officers realize how nervous. I mean, I was a prosecutor, dealt with police officers every single day, still deal with police officers. Even me, I get pulled over, or you still have that feeling that you kind of grew up with.
Yeah, like you're like, oh, I did something wrong immediately, even though you might have not done anything wrong. You just get nervous.
It looks like she's a high school student.
It just seems like a lot.
The whole vibe seems a little intense.
You are not. I've got a body cam on. It'll show you not pulling your ID out. When I ask you to step out of the vehicle, you step out of the vehicle. You don't get to sit there and tell me how I'm going to do my job. Do you understand?
I feel like the level of intimidation is too high for the situation.
And now he has her in the
Pull
cop
over for
car. She's
headlights,
handcuffed, and he's still yelling at her.
Cracks her window.
I mean,
Ask her to roll it down the rest of the way. Cracks it another half inch. Ask her to exit. She refuses to exit until I tell her why. Tell her about 4 or 5 times to exit the vehicle. You don't want to go down this route. Refuse to exit. So, pull her ass out, put her in arm bars, slam her to the ground, got her in custody.
How old is she?
She says she's 18.
Okay.
So she's going to go to jail.
Can't you just get ticketed?
Of course, my body cam didn't turn on when I told it to. You're going to have to back out, man. There's no room over there.
the body cam didn't turn on. It's always not functioning when the police officer.
Okay, well, the problem here, sir, is that she pulled in here. I didn't pull her in here, so get off
Oh, is
my
this the
seat.
dad?
I don't
No.
know.
Okay.
Well, it's interesting.
Get off my seat.
Jeez, this guy is angry.
Seems pretty aggressive.
He's also, I feel like, using her as an example, like trying to teach her a lesson almost.
Their son is at the school, and we do it all the time. And then yeah. So was your dash cam going?
Yeah.
Okay, that's all we need.
Yeah, dash cam was going, but body cam didn't go on until she was already on the ground. We've also got the gas station footage too.
You're good, you're good.
She didn't identify. I think she resisted. I mean, it's cut and dry.
She's from here, so make sure.
Interesting there. He's saying she resisted. I'm not sure the law in the state that they're in.
Yeah.
Indiana.
Daughter.
Indiana, if they have to tell you why they're pulled over or not, different states are different on that. If she was saying, why was I pulled over, if he was supposed to tell her. But resisting arrest is a very specific thing. In New York, resisting arrest is actively resisting. So he just tried to tweak in there. She resisted arrest. Earlier, what he was saying is she didn't give the ID. When you get pulled
Very
over,
different.
you have to give ID and registration. So I think we want to be fair to both sides here. Yeah, she should have probably done that. Police officer seems very aggressive so far.
Well, do you find it interesting that the second officer is like, hey, did you do this? Did you do that? Are you sure?
And you can just hear the tone of the voice in the police officers, the difference. The arresting officer is very ramped up. I mean, he's giving the guy who's just there getting gas kind of a hard time.
Right.
And the other police officer, my guess is older, a little more experienced, is mellow, just
Right.
talking normally.
Like figuring out what's going on.
Yep.
So I'll tell you, because I'm the one that pulled her over. So I pulled her over for speed, 37 and a 30, and then the headlight, okay, her driver's side headlight's out.
Oh,
Okay, pull her over, she pulls in here, cracks the window. Oh, they're talking to me.
I got it.
Cracks the window, I ask her to roll the window down a little bit more. All the commotion and the rain, I can't hear her.
Yeah.
Refuses to do that. Ask her to step out of the vehicle, she refuses to step out. Ask her probably 4, 5, 6 times to exit the vehicle nicely. Ask her please, refuse to do it. Want to give me her ID.
The officer wanted her window down further. I don't know if there's any legal requirement how far you have to put your window down. I don't know if he has any reasonable basis to ask her to step out of the vehicle. Generally, there should be a reason. I think you can ask people to step out of the vehicle, but that's not typically.
Did you hear him though? He's like, oh, I couldn't hear her because of the rain. Like, it's not. How hard is it raining? The's no tornado going by. Like,
Sure.
You could hear her.
That's her.
And I don't know that she
4, 5,
has to
6
really
times,
say anything. She has to
vehicle
produce her
nicely,
documentation.
Please refuse to do it. Wouldn't give me her ID, wouldn't give me her registration. So she's assisted out of the vehicle, placed into custody, resisting arrest and failure to identify.
Okay.
He says assisted out of the vehicle. That's another good. She was assisted out of the vehicle. You
Not
can
dragged and slammed to the ground.
Okay.
That's, I mean, honestly, I know she's 18. That's probably my bad because I've instructed her that we roll the window down like that much.
Absolutely. You don't have to roll
Yeah,
down
yeah.
all the way as long as you can get the ID out.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
problem is when I can't hear because of traffic and the rain and everything. We're in a gas
No, I
station.
know. I'm
You
saying
know, and you
that's-
ask her to exit the vehicle and she refuses to
Yeah.
do so. You know what I mean? Then
Yeah.
we go down this route.
Yep.
So, I
Yeah.
just wanted to let you know. Are you dad?
Yeah.
Okay.
And my dad's a retired state trooper,
Okay.
so.
So, do you have somebody? Well, I already called a hook. I wish you would have got here a few minutes earlier. We just gave you the car, but there's already a wrecker on the way. So
Oh, I can't just take my car?
let me see if they called him.
I got it.
They'll do
I was gonna
it.
say wrecker or not.
Well, they've already been called, but if they're not in the truck yet. I'll give it to you. I don't have an issue with that.
Okay.
I just have to do a search incident to arrest, make sure there's nothing in there she shouldn't have, and then I'll give it to you.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
You got your ID, so I can.
So
Yeah.
Is that a searchable?
So what happens next with her?
Like, is there
So
cause to
she's
search
gonna
the
go to jail for
vehicle at
resisting,
that point?
failure to identify. She's gonna get a ticket for the headlight and the speed. She'll go to the Whitley County Jail. She'll be assigned a bond, and then you can bond her out.
So in New York, this wouldn't be resisting arrest. There's another law, obstruction of government administration, really not appropriate either. And you see this, I think the police officer probably went a little too far there, and then they're stuck with their own actions. So they make the arrest in order to protect the conduct that they already engaged in. So if there's a tow, we would call it search incident to a tow. But if he's going to turn the vehicle over, then there's no reason to search the vehicle. If you're going to tow a vehicle, you have to figure out what's in the vehicle. If there's contraband, if there's weapons, anything like that. So you would have, there would be specific policies and procedures for the police department, search incident to a tow. But if you're going to give the vehicle to perhaps the owner or the family member, there's no reason to search the vehicle. There's no probable cause to believe there's contraband in that vehicle right now. So that seems a little strange to me.
Okay.
Or whoever. Doesn't matter, but she'll get a bond.
Yeah. Can I talk to her for a sec? Just to keep her chill?
Just disregard them. Yeah, you give me a minute, okay?
I can't believe she's being arrested. Like,
Let me
she's
get the car
in
searched real
alcohol.
quick, so we're good. We'll get you to talk to her first. I'm sure
Yeah.
you're worried, so.
I'm not worried.
Well, I want you to. You're a dad, right?
Yeah.
I'm a dad. I'd be worried, so. She hasn't been pat down yet, no. But we'll get you to talk to her and then
That's cool.
get that search and then we'll just give it to you.
So he searches the car.
I don't really know what basis he has to search the car here, other than the search incident to tow. If they're not towing it, not only are they searching, they're searching all the bags. This is
Good?
she hasn't given any consent.
Watch your
So typically you can search a vehicle for two reasons. If there's
Explain everything to her.
if there's
Alright, so.
probable cause to believe that there's something there, you need to go get a warrant or you get consent.
Okay. Alright, we'll do that then. Just know that I'll fill out the bond form while we're there.
Yeah.
But just talk to the, when you go in the front, talk to one of those. She just got brought in and you're waiting to pay the bill. That way, as soon as she's processed and everything, you can bond her out. Alright.
So the dad's in a tough spot there. He wasn't there. He didn't see what happens. He doesn't want to be disrespectful to the police. His father was a police officer. He's taking their word for it to a degree. Can he give consent to search his vehicle? Sure, he can.
Yeah.
But consent should be clearly given, and it should be unequivocal, and you should know what you're consenting to. What the police officer said is, I'll let you take your car, but I have to search it first. Almost like, if you don't do what I say, then something bad's going to happen for you. Kind of the same way he treated the girl, which is, you didn't do what I said, so now you go to jail.
Yeah. It's just odd because it's like she was the operator of the vehicle and the dad wasn't there. So it's like you have no idea what was put in the car while she was in it. So I don't know. It just seems like if something was found, he wouldn't be responsible, would he? Interesting facts.
Yeah, the question of possession is always can get obscure. It's did you have dominion and control? So if contraband was it found in the girl's book bag? That, you know, maybe she has marijuana, and is there any reasonable, even though it's his car, would you necessarily know what's in somebody else's bag? There's a lot of different scenarios, but the question of possession is one of control. Can you prove beyond a reasonable doubt that that person controlled the contraband?
I'm all for police doing their job, but I feel like this was a little over the top. Like, just the way that she was treated, obviously. She might have been maybe a little bratty to the cop. I don't know. We couldn't hear. But I don't know if that's reason to drag her out of the car.
I think as long as you have 18-year-old kids are going to do things maybe that they shouldn't. As a society, are we okay with the police using that type of force in a traffic stop scenario? And then the things that kind of flow from it.
So do you think if, like, let's say she was injured, this could be turned into a civil suit?
I think there are people that would certainly say that. It's always a challenge because different states have different laws and different standards. What is the police procedure look like in the state of Indiana? Is what he's saying actually true or not true? She does have to give the license and registration, but what she says is, I was trying to do that. And you can certainly see a situation where a young person who's never interacted with the police before becomes relatively nervous.
Right.
And I mean, we could put the timer on there. I mean, I think it was about 30 seconds. And if you screw up for 30 seconds, you get a grown man going on.
Attacking.
I mean, I don't know if she weighed 110 pounds.
Yeah.
High school student is face down in the parking lot of a gas station.
Yes. And her father did say he was the one that taught her to not put the window down all the way.
It was an interesting fact, so her grandfather's a police officer, and even the police officer said there's no requirement, I just couldn't hear.
Right, over the trickling rain.
So.
But I guess this case was dismissed, and apparently the officer was fired soon after.
That's the punchline, right?
Yeah.
I think one of the big takeaways too is how he treated the witness, the civilian, who was just trying to get gas.
Yeah.
Certain people, and we do these videos, and sometimes we're critical of the police. There's really great police officers out there who just are so kind and patient and do proper investigations. And it's, some of the bad police officers ruin it for a lot of good police officers. I don't know that this guy, either he's having a bad day, which isn't an excuse, or maybe it's not the career for him. So.
Right.